So this question is going to be going on for who knows how long, but it is talking about the Yamato gun, the triple 460 mm. That's today's video. How good this gun is, what its purpose is, and how do we use it. So let's get right into it, guys. So if you guys don't already know, this is the event gun. You get it from 10,000 points. If I haven't stressed that enough in my previous videos, get this gun. Alright, so one of a kind. Anyways, though, damage 216 times 3. That's a lot. If you guys don't know how much damage this is like a 30-40% increase compared to like a regular BB gold gun. It is a lot. A lot. Now, the fire rate, 30.60 seconds. It is very, very slow. This is almost 50% higher than the 457 in speed, which is kind of insane. It is a very, very slow gun. 65 firepower is normal for UR. And then ammo typing. So, it's right here. 12 shell velocity. I think that's like average. Let me check. I think that's like average though. Shell velocity. Yeah, it's like average. Armor mods. This is the big one right here. 55 on light. 140 on medium. That's really good. 135 on heavy. That is massive. That is easily the best heavy armor BB gun mod we've got in the game thus far. The 457 is like 125, I think. Yeah, so it's okay, but it's not like crazy. This right here, 135, that's 10 increase. That's a lot. It's a lot. So damage-wise, this gun is absolutely crazy for bossing because bossing is mostly medium and heavy armor content, and this right here is designed basically for bossing. Alright, but the slow read up, we'll talk about that later though. Area effect 15. Now this is lower than the 457, but it's still pretty decent because 15 is like average, I'd say. Yeah, for most guns it's about average. So splash damage wise is actually not that bad. It's pretty average. 19 by 19 spread. I think that's like 19 is actually not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. Yeah, that's pretty good, especially nowadays because there's like so many ways to lower spread. That's actually not that bad. And then efficiency stuff, firing angle, everything else is the same, right? So this gun is a bossing gun. If I haven't said that already, it's a bossing gun. Medium, heavy armor are some of the most difficult bosses in the game as of right now. So this gun is just designed to shred it. Now, the thing that people are talking most about is that even though this gun is very, very powerful, it is very slow, which makes it difficult to work with. And there's many reasons why people think this way. One, it doesn't line up with Helena. If you guys don't already know, a lot of people play this game on auto battle, me myself included. And this gun just doesn't work with Helena because Helena scans either every 16 to starting at 16 or 20 seconds, then every 20 seconds, right? So this gun is difficult to work with. You can probably get like one volley in, and then the rest just don't line up because this gun is so slow. And not to mention, a lot of the big boss fights in this game, like meta fights and arbiter fights, they're designed to be very, very short pacing. If you guys don't already know, meta fights are 80 seconds, 1 minute and 20 seconds. Arbiter fights are 90 seconds, 1 minute and 30 seconds. So those fights are generally very, very short, which means you could probably get off maybe 3 rotations with this gun at best, versus other BB guns where you get like 4, maybe 5, because they have a much shorter reload speed. So even though this gun hits hard, it has a quote-unquote bad DPS. Get it? But just because this gun is very slow doesn't mean you can't work with this gun. There are numerous ways to work with this gun. I can think of 3 as of right now. 3 scenarios where this gun could be really, really good. One is if your ship has a very, very short reload that can utilize this gun efficiently. I can think of a few ships right now: Ulrich von Hutten, Champagne, the new meta Renown, and I think Selditz. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but like Selditz. Another good example. Ships that have a very short reload can utilize this gun very, very well because it takes advantage of lowering that fire rate to a very, very short amount to get the damage out fast. That way, you're not crippled by the overwhelming fire rate by this gun, and you can spit out a lot of damage. So that's one example. The second are preloaded ships. So examples like Richelieu, I think Veneto can do it as well too. I think he has like 80% or something. Prince of Wales, those ships can get a very, very high reload or a preloaded first shot. So once again, it just takes away from the fire rate, which means you can utilize that damage from the huge damage from the huge shell damage from this gun and not get crippled by the fire rate. So that's another example. So you have your fast fire rate ships and you have the preloaded ships. Now there's one last scenario where this gun is really, really good, and that is first turn bursting. If you guys aren't aware of the concept of first turn bursting, you're basically front loading your damage on the first rotation. If you're confident you can take out your target on the first rotation, this gun is very, very good. I say this in the sense that the current heaviest hitter for battleships, Musashi, is very, very slow. This gun is slow. Her reload is also very slow. So what you do here is if you slap on a fire control radar and you have that gun. Now normally this gun is very slow, right? You can't line it up with Helena scans as much. But on the first one you can. And you can set up with Helena. And you can set up with Vanguard. You can set up with all these ships. And then you just go. Because the moment you see that scan, you just pop everything. And on that first rotation, if you successfully defeat your target, then this job served this purpose. Because this gun as of right now is designed for you to burst very, very fast. That's how to utilize the fire rate. So on that first rotation, if you defeat your target, this gun has served this purpose. But the longer the fight drags out, the worse this gun gets because you don't line up with buffs anymore. And lining up with buffs in this game is really important to maximize damage output on your ships. Now that being said, in those three scenarios are the most ideal places to use this gun. Personally, the last video I did with my Meta 15 run, I used this gun and only the first volley lined up with scans, and then the last one or two. Well, you only saw one more after that one because Renown sunk early. She can fire 2 more times. You can still pull off some crazy big damages with this gun despite it without being scans. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have mentioned that you can defeat meta now without Helena scans. So that just goes to show you that even without a crazy buffer like Helena, when you have broken ships like Musashi out there, she can pretty much work with any single gun. So me personally, I like this gun in a sense that I'm not as reliant on Helena. If you're the kind of player that isn't like, oh, I gotta reset because I didn't scan, or I didn't reset because I didn't crit, then this gun is actually not that bad because there's more to the game than just, oh, we're just gonna blast through this game with just scanning stuff and resetting if I fails. No, you can definitely still beat the game perfectly fine without using scans. Now you won't have impressive YouTube content, but not everyone's a YouTuber, right? So if you're not a YouTuber, I wouldn't worry about it. Just get your job done and then you're good to go, right? So this gun here, this makes it so you're able to play without Helena. Like I think one of the things the developer really wants, now I could be wrong, but I feel the developers of this game really wants to stray away from Helena because Helena has been crippling the game's fleet compositions for bossing for many, many years now. This game really revolves around Helena in terms of bossing because her buff is just so massive to not bring to the playing field. So by having these really, really broken guns that has a lot of damage and has absurd fire rate to the point where it doesn't line up with Helena anymore, it tells me that the developers just wants to push away from Helena. Now, obviously, if you get the guns to work with Helena, that's great. But now you're able to play more consistently because this damage output from these crazy, crazy guns don't have to be Helena dependent. You get what I'm saying? So having guns like this is actually not that bad. The raw damage output from this gun is amazing. I personally like using this gun because it's just so powerful. Now, obviously, it doesn't line up with Helena as easily. I get that. But it still does crazy damage. Like, if you guys watched my last video, I know some people are saying, like, this gun is crap. Musashi did 2 rotations that last run, right? and only one of those volleys was scammed, and she did nearly 400,000 damage in 2 volleys. 400,000 damage in 2 volleys, guys. She can easily get off one more volley, and that'll probably push her really close to 600,000 damage in 3 rotations. That's a lot. Now, obviously, that's not the perfect run because you can easily get more if you scale with Helena. I get that. But you can't tell me that nearly 600 damage in 3 rotations is bad. There are very, very little ships in this game that can hit 600,000 points that easily in a meta 15 run. So, this gun is actually really, really good. It just depends on what your mindset is. Do you want to go for min-max efficiency, YouTube content, trying to blast the boss out of the water, get crazy crits? Then yeah, this gun is actually not as bad. It's awful. But if you're a regular player and you don't have to worry about like Helena skin stuff, this gun is not that bad. This gun is easily better than the 457. It is better than the Izumo PR1 gun. It's better than anything else we have in the game right now. It is not a bad gun. It just depends on what kind of mindset you are as a player. Like personally me, I know last video I was using this gun because I knew even with this gun and the fact that Helena scans wouldn't line up with this gun does so much damage, I don't care. Because I knew that fleet would still clear at a very, very fast pacing, might I add. So I'm not worried about it. This gun is not bad. Alright? So I believe that covers everything I want to talk about this gun. I know a lot of people are talking about this gun saying like it's crap or whatever. It's not crap. It is not crap. And now that they revealed the Yamato gun being out on the playing field, it's only a matter of time before there's other ships in this game that like a buffer or some kind of auxiliary that'll make it so a ship will have much, much shorter reload. So whenever that time comes and the people who are laughing at this gun aren't laughing at it anymore, then you'll know. Alright guys. So that's all I gotta say for this gun. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Easily my favorite gun in the game as of right now. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank y'all for watching.